Hey people, I'm just doing a review on the Slingbox 350. Slingbox is something that you use to hook up to your TV so you can watch TV anywhere from your iPhone, iPad, computer, and so on and so on and so on. I'm using this mostly for my iPhone and my iPad so I can watch some baseball games and all that fun stuff. There's about a 5-second to 10-second delay from live on the TV to coming to your device, so it's actually pretty quick. So yeah, I'll show you it in action in a couple of minutes, but just showing you the box and all that fun stuff. That's really about it. Here are the specs on it, which you can find online, which you really can't even see. And there we go. So yeah, it runs on Mac OS X 10.6 if you're using it on a computer, or Windows Vista or later. And for browsers, you can use Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, or Safari. You can use it on iPhone, iPad, Android, or anything of that fun stuff as well there too. That's really about it for here. So let's. There's nothing in here because I already opened the box up. So let's get rid of that. So here is the 350. It's pretty small. Pretty light as well too. Does come with some composite cables on the back right there. The 500 does come with a HDMI port on theirs too. But I just figured to go with the component one because I'm going to be streaming on my iPad and iPhone, and you know, this will be about the same as compared to HDMI, so I just dealt with that. And also it's a lot cheaper as well too. The only reason you would go with the 500 is if you're going to be using it for Wi-Fi, because the 500 has built-in Wi-Fi into it. This one does not, but I did have an extra adapter lying around, so I just plugged it right into there for wireless and just using it that way. You could also, if you're close to a modem, go with this one instead too, because, you know, a lot cheaper than going with the 500. The 500 starts at $300. This one was around $179. And I picked it up at Best Buy recently. They have a USB port right on here. They haven't really said what it's going to be about yet. They say it's going to come out in an update later on. Has a reset button if the device freezes or anything of that sort. And this thing I haven't really figured out yet, the IR port. I think you need a... what's it called? A remote to do that with or something of that sort. I haven't really figured out. But let me show you it in action. Okie doke, so here is it on my iPhone 5, showing you the app right here, which it is $14.99 on the App Store. Also, the app is not universal, so if you do want to purchase it for your iPhone and your iPad, you have to be paying $14.99 each time, which does kind of suck. I did purchase it for the iPhone first, and then I tried it on my iPad, because you can download iPhone apps on the iPad, so I stretched out the screen itself, and actually the screen looks pretty good just from doing that itself. I'll show you guys later on how it looks and everything. But honestly, I just purchased the iPhone app, and that actually looks pretty damn good just the way it is. So, I mean, but it varies on to you what your personal preference is. But so let's go into the Sling Player app, right into there, and we'll open up that way. Okay. So if we go into the directory right here, it just shows you, hey, here's my Slingbox device and all that fun stuff. So let's get out of here. And settings, you can change if you want on standard definition or high definition for Wi-Fi or through your service or anything of that sort. Right now we are running on Wi-Fi, as you can see on top there. Let me zoom in a little bit more so we can get that on there. Okie dokie. And so yeah, we are running on Wi-Fi right now. Just want to show you on there. But it does work pretty awesome on LTE too. I'll see if I can show you that you guys later, depending if I have LTE or not, or even on 4G. So let's connect. Okay, so right now my cable box is off, because that was one thing I was worrying about when I was checking out all these reviews. It didn't tell me if the cable box was on, that I needed the cable box on for it to run. There is a switch on there that turns the cable box on, so we'll do that. We'll go into remote. And it is right here for power, so that's going to turn on the cable box. So even if you're out and about, the cable box will turn back on at home. But obviously, TV won't turn on because the TV is separate from that.
Be in jeopardy as the Supreme Court wraps up arguments on the future of same-sex marriage.
So let me lower this.
Anthony Kennedy expressed concern about the impact of a federal law.
Okie dokie. So we are in New York 1, as you can see. We do have favorites right here, so I do have some favorites on there. I have like Fox 5, SNY, ESPN, and so on and so on and so on. So if you go straight to them, just tap on that. It'll bring you to that site. I mean to that, not site, channel. Does take about 5-10 seconds. And you can tap out of it. And there's channel 5 on there. As you can see, the resolution is pretty damn awesome on there. We can go back into guide itself, and you can pick out your cable provider itself, so it will show a list of everything. So as you can see, you have favorites right there, just my favorite channels. You can go to all as well too, and it'll load what's playing on all your channels right on there itself. So that is a pretty awesome feature. So let's say if we want to go to, let's see if we can find something good on here. Let it load some more. This does take some time to load, which does kind of suck on there. That's my only really complaint. But you know what? I can man up on that and just deal, because will eventually load. Otherwise, it's just more browsing. So I'll just go to 26 and let that load up on there. And we could watch some baseball and watch my Mets lose. The resolution is pretty awesome. It does pick up pretty good. Like if I was watching some sports games, and there was not really any type of graininess or anything of that sort on here. I did see some freezing from time to time when I was running on LTE, but once it picked up, it ran straight through. So I didn't have really any complaints about it on there. Okay, so if you go to remote on here, you do have, if you have a DVR, I do not have a DVR, so I can't really go over that. You have a keypad right here, so you can go in and say, hey, I want to go to channel 705 or something of that sort, and just type that in. So let's do 705, which is Fox 5 in HD. And as you can see, it freezes for a second, just as it's going to compile. It's going to go back to that, and then it's going to load channel 5 up. Right there. Okay. And so let's go back into remote. And if you go into all itself, you can do play, pause, or anything of that sort. That, again, you would need like DVR to really do that. If you want to change the channel, instead of going into hitting that and then going into remote and so on, you can just flick up, and it will go to the next channel up on there, which is, I thought was a really cool feature on there to have. Okay. You can change the quality of the screen as well too. So if you're out and about using LTE, you could always switch it to standard definition, so you're not killing your data on your device. I had to take a drink. Okay. And let's go back on there. And DVR I really can't show you. Guide, options, where you can disconnect your device. You could change the features of letterbox, or if you want it to standard, so you see the screens are changing sizes on there. Or you can do auto detect. That's the way I like it on there. Just let it go through its whole thing. The setup to this device to basically set it up on my computer and to get it all set up was actually a pretty simple process. It does come with a little pamphlet on it. It took me less than 10 minutes to do. So there was really, it was not painstaking at all. I think anyone can do it. Let me show you the iPad. Okay, just want to give you guys a quick rundown to show you how the Sling Player app for the iPhone looks on the iPad instead of buying the iPad app. We shall connect, and it'll go to whatever channel it was set up last on. Dun, 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 dun.
Put on him.
Okay.
Center field and Neuenhuis drifts back.
So as you can see, I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit just to show you the quality of there. It actually looks pretty damn good for an iPhone app running on the iPad. Again, if you zoom out of it, this is what the iPhone app is supposed to look like. So stretching it out, it's not that much of a difference. But I'm actually extremely content with the way on how it looks on the iPad. There is a little border right here that is missing from here, but nothing absurd. So it's up to you guys. I mean, it's the same exact way of it looking, considering it is the iPhone app. But it's up to you guys on what you want to do. If you want to spend the extra $15, since you already spent $180 or $300, to extra $15 isn't that bad. But you know, I'm a cheap guy, so that's just to show you. And also the other thing what a lot of people have been wondering about is, hey, can I stream this on 2 devices at the same time? So let's go into here and I'll show you. You guys cannot do this. It will not let you. So if I try and connect, it's going to say, another authorized user is viewing the Slingbox. Do you want to disconnect the user? So if I hit yes, it disconnects me off of there, and it'll push me on to there. So you guys cannot use two devices at the same time. This goes for the same as when using a PC or anything of that sort as well. A PC or computer or anything of that sort as well. Yeah, I don't know how it got to channel 5, but okay. So let's close that out on here, and I'm going to show you the final thing in a second of just, you know, it'll work on the TV the same exact way. Just a quick review on that. Okay guys, just want to show you one last thing on here. Just showing you on here that whatever you watch on here is going to show up on the TV, and there is about a 5-second delay from coming from the TV to here. As you can see right now, I am running on LTE, so I wanted to show you that as well. So we'll hit connect. The cable box is off right now, so we will have to turn that on. So let's go into remote. And let's go into power. Okay, that is turning on. So as you can see, the TV turned on. This is taking a little bit more, but yeah. So let's gonna wait for. Let's point something out on here. Boat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, so around 5 seconds on there. So that's pretty damn good from what I'm noticing on here. If I change the channel on here, it changes on there as well too. Again, there is the delay, so there it turns on there, and then it turns on here. So there you go. I definitely recommend you guys pick this up if you are an avid TV watcher, if you want to watch any of your sports teams, because you know MLB passes or anything of that sort won't work due to blackout restrictions. So this is something that I definitely recommend, especially if you're an avid TV watcher and you're not home. Besides that, guys, I hope you enjoyed my first video of hopefully many more, and have a good day. Adioses.